Not too long ago, I did a video showing you guys this. This is the Vulcar Hachura R. This is one of those mods that came out that was just so good. It was like, well, I think it's better than something that Rockstar would bring out. It is an amazing mod, and it is a lore-friendly version of the Volvo Polestar. Or did they just call it the Polestar? Is that like its own separate thing? Like Lexus to Toyota? Whatever. I'm sure I probably thought that in the last video. However, there's been another mod based on this that goes one step further and makes it into a crazy wide-bodied car. So I thought I would check it out in today's video. And I mean, this mod was already amazing. It had loads of really cool mods. But this one goes one step further. So let's check it out. And here it is, the Hachura R Custom. Get a load of that. Compared to the original, that's definitely a massive change. Massive, massive wide arches. Goodness me. And there's a lot of tuning parts with this. So let's just go for a quick drive. Oh, I do love that. That is one of my favorite things about this car, is just how they implemented the hybrid sound. I know it's a basic little thing. I just think that's fun and unique compared to other cars in GTA. Right, let's get to the end of this road and find somewhere to park up. Okay, here we are. And actually, this has given me flashbacks to when we first checked out the Jester. Because it was around here when we first checked out the absolute disaster that was the original Jester that never got released. Anyway, this is the Hachura R Custom. It's a little high on the suspension, I will say. I think it's just because the fact that these arches, they aren't very dark underneath. They're actually still quite shiny and blue. And I think that makes it very obvious when you look through the arches there. It's very open. It's very easy to see through them. But we can fix that with the power of mods anyway. We can use V-Stancer for that in a minute. Let's actually just, first of all, just check out the car. So here's everything open. We've got our nice pillarless doors. Got our interior. The textures seem a little off to me. Yeah, the textures aren't properly loaded in on the interior for some reason. But again, this is actually a pretty fresh mod, so I'm sure there are little things that will be changed over time. But I just thought this was so cool, I had to check it out straight away. We do have the engine bay, which does look pretty solid as well. So let's move on to the tuning parts, and let's start off with the details. So we have the plates. So we can actually have the stock, which is the plate. We can have the no plate option, which looks amazing. Or we can even have the Euro plate option. I think for this one, I like the no plate option. Or that actually gets rid of the plates on the back. I'm actually kind of not sure about that now. I just wanted it plateless on the front. Then we have some headlight covers. Ah, full-on covers. We can make this like a touring car sort of thing. Although perhaps not with these stupidly wide arches, perhaps. I'll leave those off for now. On the ornaments, we have the sun strip right there. Then on the interior, we can have the racing interior, which does add a little bit more texture. Yeah, there's definitely some texture issues going on with this interior here. But we can add the whole racing interior. We can change to some racing seats as well. That will add a little bit more detail back into the interior. We have some aerials. Oh, these are not aerials. These are some aero on the sides. We've got this. We've got number 2 as well. I think these might be just tied to different colors. It's very hard to see. And then we have the comment. I think that's primary and secondary. I think this is currently blue on both primary and secondary right now. Okay, yeah, I've changed it to white. And now we can actually better see where all the secondary color details are. And they are the fins at the back. And then these fins as well as the bits underneath as well. Yeah, I think I will just go for those in a primary color. On the trim, these are going to be, ooh, big splitter. So we have that one secondary, and then we have that one in carbon. I'm going to go actually nothing for now because I think we have some front bumper options I want to check out first. But we do have some more stuff going on here. So we have this one, then we have that in the secondary color and the carbon fiber. That is pretty full on. Kind of almost looks like a mustache or something. Again, for now, I'll keep those off. And then we have some interesting wing mirrors. We can have the stock. Then we have the just complete wing mirror delete, and it just turns into some sort of aero thing. Or we have the racing mirrors with carbon fiber. I really don't know where this build's going, to be honest. I'll go for that carbon fiber one for now. Why not? Okay, there are 47 options for livery. So we might have to breeze through these. We have the Vulcar Hachura R. These seem to be like the ones that we already had from the original Hachura. We have these in different color combinations. butterfly effects, the tuning stripes, the Vulcar Hachura R. This is like the promo thing that you would have in the dealership. Then we have the on the streets. I really don't know where the originals end. I do remember the cuts on the car one. Then we have Midnight Hunter, Flowing Beauty. I think I vaguely remember these. Golden highlights, paintable highlights, water, flow water. Did we actually have 47 on the original? I really can't remember. But there's definitely a lot of options here. So many options. Digital Den. We've got the Amitech, the Nordisk Fart. Actually, that one, I quite like that pattern. That is quite cool. Then we have the Tokui, the Ron, VRD Thrift Decks in a couple of different colours. We have some 69 brand, Endo, Cell Tower. That one's actually not so bad. That looks almost like a NASCAR thing. LS Rock. So many different things. Oh, Snapmatic Star. I like that. That is the sort of thing that someone would stick a crazy vinyl and post about it on Instagram. And then we have the Space Funk. I'm going to keep it just stock for now. On the spoiler, lots of options to choose from. We have the Ducktail, which is very nice. Very nice. We have the Ducktail in different colours. Then we have the good God, look at the size of that. We have the full rear-mounted wing that is split in the middle. That is absolutely ridiculous. Then we have, combinations of that and the ducktail if you are crazy enough. Loads of different combinations of that in different colours, of secondary colours and carbon. Okay, there are options. I'm just going to go for that simple ducktail because it suits the body shape of the car nicely. Front bumper, we have a couple of options. We have lip number 2. It says going to be different colour lips, which means I will go back and I will add that primary colour splitter right there. As for the canards, I'm not sure. On the rear bumper, we have the stock. Then we have the secondary colour version. And then we have the carbon fibre version. I think I'll keep that stock. Skirts, lots of options. I think mostly colour ones. We have this one in primary, secondary, and carbon. This one in secondary. And, many different combinations here. I'll just run through them. I don't really like that sort of mix of carbon. I do just like the solid. So that one. We then have the roll cage on the inside. Nicely done. Through the dash. On the grille, lots of options. I think the original had lots of options as well. Although I really can't remember at this point. My memory is terrible this year. But we do have all of these different combinations. I'm not too sure about the chrome on this particular build, but I do like the one with the fans in the background and the painted surround. That's pretty solid. On the bonnet, lots of options once again. Oh, what is that? So that is some weird error right there. I'm sure it has some sort of use. Then we have those in different colours. Oof. Big, massive vents on that one. And also with the aero line thing as well. Going through, we have those in some different colour combinations. I'm kind of actually... I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe this one. I'm not sure. I want to make this crazy, so I guess that is crazy. That is pretty crazy, especially considering this is a hybrid. On the roof, lots of options. We have the okay. We have this split rear spoiler thing, which I guess would go with the split massive giant thing. I did say I was going to go subtle with that, and then I end up going crazy here. Do you know what? I'm going to make this the crazy one. Let's go to spoiler. Let's get the wings out. We'll go for the painted ducktail and then the carbon fibre on that one. And then for this split one, I'm not entirely sure. We also have the painted roof as well. And the options with those spoilers as well. I might just go for the painted roof with that. It's a bit weird. The split is weird. I'm sure it has some sort of use. But it looks weird. And then we can upgrade the brakes, transmission, suspension. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely low down. Paints. Let's go for a nice metallic on this one. Ooh, blaze red. I'm feeling that. That is a good combination of crazy, racy look and then just amazing paintwork and colour. I like that. And actually, the stock wheels are pretty nice, but I am going to go ahead and change them. And I actually quite like these ones to go with this car. I think they look nice. And I might make them a bit darker, so I'll make them like anthracite black. Then with V-Stancer, I'll try and hide some of that gap. This is definitely turned into a bit more of a show car than a race car, I think, at the end. This always happens on this channel. So we get that dialed in on the back, then on the front. Sadly, the rear is going to look lower than the front, so I might actually lift that up just a little bit. And there you go. That is pretty crazy. And I think, okay, right. This is supposed to be a hybrid, but I think what we need to do is change the engine audio and get something a bit crazier. And actually, when I play these, there's a weird sound that goes with this. I think it's sort of mixing the sound of like the electric motor and the car. It sounds really weird. That is so weird.
Whatever.
I've never heard that before. How does the Sultan RS sound with this sound? Okay, that is freaky, but kind of cool. Let's hear what this sounds like driving. That is so weird. It's sort of like mixing the mutedness of an electric engine, but with the original sound underneath. I mean, we're definitely too low here. That's one thing I've learned from this. There's a lot of low car sounds going on. I think I know why it had to be that high. Wow, this sounds so cool because it sounds like turbo electric. It's so weird. Actually, that's one of the things that we're going to expect in the future, because there are going to be more electric cars. I think that there are going to be lots of companies trying to like solve the sound issue, because electric cars do have a cool sound to them. They sound like, you know, like something alien, like a UFO going down the road. But people like sound, and they need to try and find a way to make different sounds. This is actually a pretty solid one. I quite like this. How does this sound with like a super electric V8? How does that go? Okay, so I've selected the blade, and you can actually barely hear it. That is very muted. So let's try something like the Apocalypse something. Oh my god. That is so weird.
What's your damage at?
Wow. Okay. Well, there we go. I'm going to just do one more quick build. I'm going to make something a bit more subtle than this, because this is pretty crazy and full on. Although, to be honest, it's very hard to do subtle with this, because, I mean, look at it. Although we have just completely just... Oh. No, let's scare him away. Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to do subtle with this one, but I'm just going to do one more quick build anyway. But that is pretty mad. The sound of this is ridiculous. Okay, I decided to make a big giant banana. And actually, I kept this really simple, because this one I went crazy and I added all the stuff. This one is literally just a case of spoiler, new wheels, full black instead of the silver dish that I usually do. Just full black wheels, 5 spokes, slammed it, made it yellow, put a sun strip on, tinted the windows, and that was it. That was all I did. And to be honest, as crazy as this is pretty mad and full on. I actually really just like this subtle one, because it's not subtle really. It's got a big, massive wide arch kit on it, but it hasn't then added to that with the craziness of the, you know, the splitters and the big vents and the crazy spoiler and everything else. This is just, you know, I'm basically just adding focus to the kit and not everything else, if you understand what I'm saying there. That probably doesn't make sense. It makes sense in my head. But there we go. There it is. When you actually slam this down, even without like adjusting anything in V-Stancer, it does actually clip through. So I would probably suggest, if you download this, just not changing the suspension, because I think it is going to end up just, yeah, maybe a little bit like street or sport or something, but anything more than that, it just starts to glitch through. Yeah, street I think is the limit. Almost. It's almost. Well, there we go. You guys can let me know which one of those two you think is better in the comment section below. If you have got all the way to the end, of course, as always, you could say a word. What word have we got today? You not Michael. You can say hamburgers in the comment section below. Actually, banana hamburgers. Seems to we've made a banana car. Banana hamburgers in the comment section below if you watch the whole thing. But that is it. This is actually a pretty nice car. It was a shame about the interior, but it is a fresh mod, so I imagine there's going to be a couple of errors, but that's fine. I'll put a link in the description. We go ahead and download this and check it out. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.